just any kind of health, mental health, physical. But when you start realizing those triggers, you start realizing you're able to see that, that's a good moment where you can, if you can stop that, that's a good thing. Welcome back to Just Weirdly Blended. I'm Jesse.
And I'm Tom.
And it's Sunday, March 5th, 2023, 8:55 a.m.
Just so that everybody knows. Another week is done.
Another week
Put
is
it
done.
in the record books.
It was a long week for me.
It was a very long week. Everybody
was.
felt it.
Yeah, because last Sunday I left to Oregon.
Yeah.
And then I got home Friday around what time was it? 5? Somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you had a reason for it to be long.
Yeah, no, it was just long. It's so boring being out of town.
Yeah.
Like people are like, oh, you're out of town. Let's do
Let's party.
Yeah.
Time to go out. Get drunk.
Bro. No. I was bored.
We talked about that last week, right? Was it on the podcast we talked about? Like, there's a certain point in life where it's like, I don't know.
Maybe, but if not, it's no.
Who am I going to go out with? Like,
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I had my texts, but they're also like me in a way where we're just, okay, we ate, let's leave.
Right. Nothing good's going to come out of this.
They're not like the going out type dudes.
Yeah, right.
Like Johnny, he probably would go out for a beer or two, I'm sure. I'm not sure about Malkeen. I know Alfonso would have went out, but I'm not drinking, so I'm not going out.
Right.
Yeah.
Can I get some seltzer water, please?
Yeah. Can I
just sit there at the bar with
on
the
the
seltzer
rocks.
water on the rocks. De Serona minus the Serona.
3 fingers. Can I get 3-finger
ginger ale?
Can
I get a 3-finger ginger ale?
Is it 3 fingers or what do they say? 2 fingers?
I mean, it's just the shots, right?
Yeah, 3-finger
how many shots you want? So yeah, it could be 5 if you could do 10.
Can I get a 5-finger?
Can I get a 10 of ginger ale?
5 fingers. Just
Thanks.
Yeah. They just gave me a 20 ounce. Here you go.
Yeah.
But no, I'm away from the family, which is awesome.
No.
Yeah. I mean, you need your time away every now and then.
Time away, but yeah, it does get to that point where it's like, okay, what am I doing here? Like,
we were setting up the new clinic, but at the same time, I was just like, okay.
Man, a lot of downtime with your thoughts, right?
Yeah, I'd just get home. Moments. Yeah, I got home, or I'd get home. I'd get to the hotel.
Felt like home. Yeah.
And I remember even on the podcast, I was like, I'm fucking gonna work out all week.
Oh yeah.
Well, I worked out none.
Hey, I worked out 3 times this week. 2 of them were walks, but that's fine.
I know we saw you. We actually, me and Alicia saw you.
You did?
Yeah, you had your vest on.
Oh yeah.
You look like you should have been at the airport.
I wondered that. I wondered that. No, it's just I'm to that age. I just don't care.
You had these big headphones like this on.
I have headphones bigger than this. Actually, my dad bought them for me. They're 3Ms, and they're like,
is that what you were wearing?
Yeah, they're noise canceling, but they play audio through them.
Yeah.
And it's like.
So we've seen you with that. You had a hat on.
And I have my little headlamp that I
don't remember if you had the headlamp.
I had it turned off. Yeah. No.
But you had the yellow vest, but then it had like the stripes.
Oh, yeah. It's one of Blanca's old work vests, which I can actually fit now. So,
when I saw you, the first thought was like, he's going to land a plane or something.
I actually have debated whether I should bring some Darth Vader, those like the little toys, just light them up, start like telling people which way to go. No, I know that I do, and I just don't care. And I'm at that age.
He's here to get your luggage.
I know it's dark. I don't want to get hit.
Oh, bro.
So I'm wearing this vest. And then, I know.
Well, the street's very dark.
It's very dark. It's just the nerdiest thing. There was an age where I would have just rather been run over by a car than be visible. But now I'm just like, I want a broken back. Like,
I don't want to be hit by a car.
If I'm going to get taken out, I want to be taken out. I want the car to run over my head and exploded. I don't want there to be any chance of survival. If I'm going to maybe live, that'd be the worst. You know what I mean?
Dude, that's you're just getting hit by a car.
Just say it. I got hit by a car.
And that would hurt.
It's like a new level. I remember when you told me that Eli got hit by a car.
Yeah, his shoes.
Nephew.
He left his shoes.
To this day, I can't stop laughing at that story. And I'm amazed that he still walks. I'm like,
and I don't think he got hit full speed either, obviously.
But it can't be a love tap either. I mean, his shoes were
he
left
like
a
his
cartoon.
shoes.
His shoes were there, and he was not.
Yeah, he was walking across the street. He wasn't jaywalking or anything. He was walking across the crosswalk. Someone decided to turn.
Damn. Did they catch the guy?
I don't know what happened with that. To be honest with you,
honestly, it must be Gal, right? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Joke.
She was an Asian gal.
Oh, hey, I didn't say that one. I didn't say that. Hold on.
No.
Distance myself.
No, you know how people say it.
Man, Elliot and I the other night, we were playing WWE because he loves this, like all kids, like us, frankly. We're here doing a podcast, but
yeah, we're kids.
He loves that, those guys, the family. There's like this family that does, what the hell? Kid City.
Okay.
That's what they are. Kid City. Yeah. So the guy's like Dad City, the kid's Kid City, and the mom's Mom City, and whatever. And
it's like a YouTube?
Yeah. And they always play like WWE together. Like they play video games together. And it's like, it's cool. Like they're like this wholesome little family. They have fun together. And so Elliot always wants me to play video games with them, but I suck at playing video games. Like I don't talk while I play video games.
Yeah, I don't either.
They're very good at talking. I might talk, but it ultimately turns into like fucking game. Like,
oh yeah,
I we've talked about this. I kind of lose my shit.
Do you see my hand? That's video game related.
Yeah. I didn't kill anybody.
I punched a screen and it won.
It's on record. He punched a screen. Everybody heard it. But it's fun because if you go out, they have like the 3 guys at the table, just like this table, and they've got their little like phones, and like clockwork. The algorithm works when you get close enough. They all do this.
Oh, they back up like you.
And then you go away from them and they sit down and pull their chairs in. And then you go back and they all shift back and stand up and awkwardly. And you can grab their phones and start just chucking them.
You can?
Oh, yeah. I kept trying to like beat them. Like, because with the ref, you can just knock them out. And then eventually you lose because like you can't hit the ref.
Oh, yeah.
It's WWE. Who cares?
You're disqualified.
Really? Donald Trump attacked freaking what's his name? Really?
Who did he attack?
What's his name? McMahon. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
When Trump pretended like he was a tough guy, and
I thought like he attacked someone like recently.
Oh, he did, but no. I think it was a woman in the shower. It was verbal. I don't know.
Verbally attacked.
Yeah, he verbally attacked. He told McMahon he would never be a real man, and no,
I'm the greatest.
But it was fun. I mean, I was like, I actually got into it. I started to figure it out.
Yeah.
I was like, finally to the point, I realized if I held a button down, it's like Madden, the same type of thing. Like, if I hit the button differently, something else will happen.
Yeah.
And I don't just die.
I hit XX.
There's this one guy, though. I don't even know if he's real or if Elliot made him up. He had like green hair. You never saw his face. You always saw him from behind. And he was just like this little wiry guy. And he kind of looked like a leprechaun. He had green all over him. And he just kicked my ass. I was this huge guy, and he just kept beating my ass. Finally, I figured it out. And man, that little bitch was done.
You fucked him up.
Yeah. I stood up.
Does Elliot talk shit when you're wrestling?
Oh, I mean, like,
you know what I mean? Like, is he like, Dad, you suck?
No, because he wants me to keep playing with him, and he knows that, like, when I'm playing a video game, like, me being happy and me being this, like, I'm fucking done with this is a very small margin.
Yeah, don't talk.
So he's like, no, Dad, it's good. It's good. You're doing real good, Dad.
He's all calming you down.
Like nervous, like, whoa, hey. It's all right. He's a little bitch. It's fine. No, he doesn't have to do that. I mean, like, I don't completely. I mean, I lose it more than I should. He's learning from me because I watch him just go ape shit on it. Like he just loses his mind too. But it's cute because like I have a hard time not swearing in that scenario. He doesn't swear. Like he knows not to swear.
The kids pick up your habits.
Oh, they do.
Without you realizing
there will be a broken remote at some point in the near future. I know.
And can you get mad?
Do you remember being a kid and you had to break the remote? Like there was this part of you would like, you didn't want it really broken because you didn't want to have to get a new one. But that little sound, especially with the PlayStation, because they're a little like skinnier, you kind of get that popping sound, and then it's like, okay.
So I got. Not, a few weeks ago, I got pretty upset I was playing Madden and some stupid shit. And I'm not even playing online.
Yeah.
So I can't even be mad
against the damn computer.
Yeah. So they're, doing all the amazing things that you can't. And I was just getting so annoyed. Yeah. Granted, I was winning.
Right.
But it was still, at the point, I'm like annoyed.
Right.
I was like, God damn.
You wanted to blow it out.
Yeah, no, actually, I think I started losing because they were just doing all this crazy.
They get in your way, right?
Bullshit.
It's like they work it out where, like, suddenly everything you do goes wrong because they don't want it to go that out of control. Yeah, heaven forbid you enjoy playing the game.
But I did that exact thing with my PlayStation.
Right. And you hear that little pop, and you're like, okay.
I broke it.
Oh, no.
I haven't broken a remote in a long time.
You are so strong.
I was like, and then it snapped, and then I just fucking threw it on the ground.
Yeah.
And I think I was going through like some other
emotional
shit. Like, I think that
really
was
crazy. I was just going through some shit.
Was it the straw that broke the camel's back?
Yeah.
It was
the game that broke your mind.
Yeah, because I'm already dealing with a bunch of stupid shit like work related or whatever, and I think that was my breaking point.
Or camel's straw.
Yeah, that was the straw. That little piece. Because when I look back on it, it's like it's not like I was getting my ass kicked and handed to me. It was
felt like it.
It was just like, God, I can't even control this
in that
situation.
Moment. But again, we've talked about this. In that moment, it was all those little things that make you feel just like crap. Just
I was so mad. I remember I punched the screen.
Yeah.
Screen survived. My hand
did not.
It's healing.
But with that pain, you were still able to destroy the remote.
Oh, I destroyed the remote before that.
Oh. How'd you keep playing?
I have 2 remotes.
Oh, okay.
So now I'm down one.
You got the backup. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
But it was just, like I said, it was the remote thing. Like all that was just, there was so much going on.
Yeah.
That was my
man, let me tell you though, like
that was my breaking point for whatever reason.
Makes sense. You get very invested.
I'm not going to lie. It felt great.
Yeah.
In that moment.
Right.
Like to release all that, like, ugh.
Yeah.
But I need to find a more constructive way. The kids weren't around when I was doing that, so it's not like they heard it or anything. But like at the same time, if they would, if they were,
Right. I'm just like, I'm exactly like that. Like there's a control, like my brain has a control mechanism. Mm-hmm. Like I would never cross that line of like relatively appropriate, but it's like not the best thing,
Yeah.
Cause like I haven't broken a remote in years. Like I'm not saying
I was on a breaking remotes, streak.
But or like
15 years.
I don't throw the lamp against the wall every time my wife and I fight or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like there's moments, specifically when I'm by myself trying to accomplish something. That's we've talked about this. That's when I lose it the most. And then I quickly get myself back under control. That's fine. But I think it's that pressure release valve. It's like, I've taken as much crap as I can. I give myself enough crap. That's better.
Here we go.
Hopefully nobody saw that. And you don't care in the second that somebody does see it. You're like,
no, I don't.
You don't think that you're a psychopath, and then all of a sudden you stop. And you're like, whoa.
Well, yeah, I think we had just talked about it on previous podcasts how crazy we must look.
Oh yeah,
if we're outside. Whatever, and your neighbors
just choking the life out of a hose or something.
Yeah. Throwing like your fucking rake or something.
Right. And then hurting yourself because undoubtedly, it's something.
It's gonna happen.
But that's like the WWE game is so bad. It's way worse than Madden that way. I don't know. I was like asking Ellen, like, is there some setting that we have wrong? Because it'll like. There's like 5 minutes where you can't lose. Like you just beaten them to death. Like they are bloodied. Every time they try to do something, you can reverse it. And like, it's just, you are winning. And then all of a sudden, like they tap you once and your guy goes down and it's the slowest stand up ever. And he's dazed. He's this huge guy.
Oh,
and he can't even, and you're just waiting for it. And then every time, like you can reverse it by clicking R2.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, there's this period where the game's like, you had your fun. And then you try to hit it, it's like too fast, too slow. And you just get the crap kicked out of you. I'm spitting. I'm so angry.
He's like, fucking game.
God, I have trauma over this game. But yeah, it's like, it's such an annoying game that way. But then, I don't know. I think I finally cracked the code and like, all right.
I might have to check it out.
It's
I haven't played a wrestling game since Nintendo 64.
You gotta get 2019.
Was that a good one?
Seems to be the good one. I don't know. That's
which one you guys
have. 2019. Yeah.
Yeah, those come up just like Madden every year.
Oh, yeah.
2K28.
You got the new draft, It's so weird, like you're playing something that's like so scripted and fake.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
It's fun.
Elliot gets like a kick out of it. And the game is like, the crazy thing is the detail in this game. For such like a dumb game, they really like put effort.
No, it looks very
the
like
graphics
the graphics
are good.
The
whatever system they have for making characters is very in depth. Like you can make down to like mini details of these people. It's crazy.
His eyebrows raised like the Rock.
Yeah, no, they do. Like you can choose like moves. Like if you create a character, you can choose like this is their like finishing move.
Oh,
this is
cool.
their like this is I don't know how they enter. And this is like what plays when they enter. It's insane. It's crazy.
That's what. Well, like Madden, you can like create a player, and you can give them like their attributes or whatever.
Right.
It's fun.
Right.
Which I'm doing franchise mode, and so now I'm getting the hang of it. I've been watching YouTube videos, and I'm feeling good.
You're invested.
Yeah, I created my brother.
Oh, nice.
I changed someone's name to my brother, and you.
Oh,
his last name was already Parham, so I just changed his name to Tom. And
there you go. Am I killing it?
Yeah, you're my best receiver.
Yes.
You're a wide receiver.
I always felt like I'd be a good receiver.
So there's this option, and it cracks me up. I've been wanting to take a picture of it.
Yeah.
So, like, say you score a touchdown, or you do something like get a pretty big play. There's this option where it'll show, like, you could either celebrate, like, first down, or there's one's called Solidarity.
Solidarity?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Solidarity.
Solidarity.
Solidaritarius.
Solidaritarius.
Yeah.
He's the teacher. I'm not. So
I don't know.
But it's funny when I do it. Tom's character does the same thing. He'll get on one knee and then he does the he does like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You get on one knee every time.
Power strong.
Yeah. You do you kneel and you put your hand up. I'm like,
fuck yeah.
But no,
should I just start doing that in real life? Just show my solidarity.
He'll just kneel down. And
so what is it for? Like, is that like every time I actually score a touchdown or something? Like that's what I do.
That's like I chose that celebration because I thought that meant like a calm thing. Like chill.
Solidarity was like we're together. Right, like we're united.
Yeah,
we're in.
So when you do it, it gives you the you kneel, and then
that makes sense. I see them do that. They get on a knee and like,
yeah, you kneel, but you do this
shit.
I think it's like the Kaepernick thing. Yeah, that's what you're doing.
It's probably the Solidarity Brotherhood. Like,
yeah. So that's your character's thing all the time.
Nice. No matter what I do, if I drop the ball, Solidarity.
if I get that option. Because I like using it.
Yeah, I want to see that celebration.
Yeah, that's why I go. Well, what's gonna do? Because I keep doing it to see if there's something different, and there is something different. But your guy doesn't like.
He doesn't like it. He just likes to get on a knee and put that fist. In the air.
He's fucking for the people, and I get it, and I'm with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I don't know, but the games, it's whatever. That's all I did when I was over there.
It's funny. I didn't think we'd talk so much about video games. It's just they open up a world.
They do
conversation,
and they can be so frustrating and fun and annoying.
Yeah,
just like life. Yeah, it can be so fun and frustrating. Like when I was gone all week, it was like I said, it was cool because I'm not home, like working from home. I'm actually in the field, working with my team, and that's great. But then there's that moment when you go get something to eat, and then you just realize
that was it. I might as well just power down right now.
I'm just sitting in the room by myself. Like I know you can go out and do stuff, but we've talked,
right.
I'm not gonna go out and
right.
Where I'm gonna go.
Right.
I don't go to strip clubs.
Mm-hmm.
I think we talked about that.
Not single guy, married guy going to another town to a strip club by himself.
That's calling for.
I mean, that's
that's probably typical.
Why did you spend $12,000 at a strip club? Well, honey, I was lonely.
More like, why didn't you spend $12,000?
Right. No. Yeah. Why did you go?
Why'd you spend anything? If I was able to spend $12,000, I'd be not where I'm at working. That's for sure.
If I could spend $12,000, I'd wonder where the hell the money came from.
That and I'm
gonna be like, who did I kill for that $12,000?
But I got home Friday, and then Saturday went to Comic-Con.
Yeah,
and that was cool. But the driving just
right.
I don't think I want to drive today.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I think today I want to kind of power down.
You're like a long haul trucker,
dude. I don't know how they do that.
Yeah, not well. Lots of bad food, coffee, and sometimes drugs.
Driving to Portland, it was snowing. It started snowing at some point.
Yeah,
it was just wet though. It was it wasn't sticking. But driving home was cool. It was chill.
That's good.
I made a couple phone calls because we're trying to hire.
Right.
So I'm pulled over because I was I had one call that was going to be, my last call was at 2. And so I was like, well, fuck, man, I need to call this person. I need to, I'm look at my phone, kind of figure, gauge where I am to a stop. And I'm like, oh, okay, I think I can get there.
Right.
Got there within like on time because at 2 o'clock I'm calling. It was like 2:01 or something. So I called the person. You know, we had a good conversation and stuff.
Nice.
Actually, I think he was a pretty good candidate, actually.
Cool.
Yeah.
So if you're listening, you might get a job.
I don't know. We still got to do all the interviews.
I know.
I hate.
Just saying.
I don't know if there's people out there, but I hate talking on the phone.
Me too. I despise it.
I hate it. Like, I'll even talking to my wife on the phone. Like, it's we talk, and then there's a point where it's like, okay,
can we just be done?
Yeah. Even she's the same way.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I'm tired. Look,
I think it's our generation. We're just not.
I just never been a phone talker. I mean, there was the time back in the day where you talking to your girl when you're in high school and you're like, oh, we're going to go to sleep. We're going to sleep on the, like, there's been times where I've done that where I'm like, fall asleep on the phone.
With the cord wrapped around your neck. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I passed out because the cord was wrapped around my neck.
Right. I was choking myself.
I can't breathe.
No.
But no, how was your week?
Oh, it was oddly long. I had no reason really, I think, to feel like it was long. It just was.
No, some of those weeks are just that way.
And everybody, like I was talking to everybody, it just dragged on. Like, so, like I'm fairly routine based. So normal weeks, like, as a teacher, you teach subjects at the same time every day. You kind of get a routine down for those subjects. And like, we did what's called a review week where we don't have like a new thing that we're learning. We go back and review some stuff we've already learned. And it's great, but it doesn't follow the same flow. So you're kind of like working against yourself, trying to like keep it straight. Like, okay, we're going to do this now. And you just don't have those little triggers for what's coming next. So there was that. And then it was Dr. Seuss's birthday week, which is a huge thing in elementary school. So we had like dress up days every day.
I thought Dr. Seuss was canceled.
Yeah, he probably is, but he's still around. We still like him.
I love Dr. Seuss.
Oh, he's great. Love his stuff. Big fan.
The kids love that stuff?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they do because so much of his language is so like playful. He has a lot of nonsense in there, a lot of rhyme. So like kids like it. Kids like it.
Yeah,
and it's we like it. It's like whatever. It's great. But just it's just one more little thing. You know what I mean? It's it's a great thing. It's fun to do. But it's just every morning you got to remember, put those weird socks on. Or like, we got to wear this shirt today.
Dr. Seuss hat day.
For whatever reason, Friday, like we were all looking at each other. It's like, I am so tired.
Was there any people dressed like Dr. Seuss? Like furries?
No one went that far out. No. But like some people wore like Dr. Seuss, like Cat in the Hat, stuff like that. But it was pretty tame. I think the most like out there day.
Meow.
We were wearing like T-shirts that matched.
Oh, cool.
Like red fish, blue fish, that whole
thing.
Elementary schools, man. Because that's the part I'm not good at. Like, I like teaching the kids. I like seeing them learn. I like doing that part. The part I'm not good at, like where I'm completely just your stereotypical man. Don't really like bulletin boards. Don't really like door decorations. Don't really like dressing up. Like, just let me get in here. No frills, no nonsense. Let's knock this thing out.
Does not like celebrations.
Like, I don't know. I get into it for the kids' sake, but it's like it's not my natural go-to. I'm not like, we should put a bunch of time into something that doesn't really matter. Like, it does matter. It does matter. Don't get me wrong.
But like, no, I get it.
That's not my actual attitude. Like, I'm like, yeah, let's do that.
That's mine.
Inside, like, I'm fighting the natural me. That's like, why are we doing this? Like,
this is stupid.
It's not, because I know like it's great for people. It builds camaraderie. It's like there's reasons for it. It's very good. I'm just like,
I got you though.
I'm like,
that was me in school, like high school, or just there's certain things where it was just like, why?
Yeah. people
getting jacked before a football game, getting jacked up and like
slamming each other on the butts. And stuff.
Like slamming each other in the head, like with their helmets on, and so, I'm just like, someone did that to me, and I'm like, can you not fucking do that?
Follow your role, okay?
But no,
newsflash, we're gonna lose anyway.
I'm not. I'm not celebrating. It's not like I'm playing.
Yeah, right.
But no, people get jacked up, and I remember like I would just be like, okay, like I get it, but at the same time, I don't know. Yeah, I'm the same way.
Who brought the Coke? Because I didn't see Coke anywhere.
Yeah, like calm.
These people with this natural cocaine flowing through their bodies.
See, and I don't naturally have that, the
enthusiasm for life.
Yeah,
I was listening to Bert Kreischer last night. He was on a podcast, I wish I could say like I was talking with Bert Kreischer.
Me and Bert.
That'd be so cool.
Hey Bert,
you want a cookie, Bert? Super normal guys right here. We don't know anybody, but I was listening to him on a good podcast like that he was on, and he has such an enthusiasm just for like waking up and living. It's the most cool thing. I'm like, oh my Lord. Wake up. Yeah.
See, I've always wondered that because it's crazy to think that there's people out there that, more power to them that wake up and they're just excited for life. Them. And I'm not. Yeah. And it doesn't sound like, I guess when we say it like that.
I know. That's like, I'm trying not to be super negative. I don't mean like life is bad or that I'm not. Yeah. But I don't wake up, like take a deep breath. Hello, world! Like, that's not how I wake up.
But he's also doing something he fucking loves.
Well, he does. And he parties a lot. He's, he's having fun.
He's loving life. Like me, I'm waking up to a job I fucking can't stand. And so life's just not been good.
Even like when I like work and stuff, like I'm just finding like I'm still just kind of fighting that like, like I'm on the treadmill kind of feel, like it's just.
I think that's where I'm at, like mentally. I'm in that same spot, like in a headspace,
just on that wheel, just
man. Doing. I've been very like not negative.
It is negative. I guess because I'm doing the same thing, and I'm trying
always just like
to turn it around.
I always have something to say now.
Yeah,
like this like I vent a lot now to myself or
I feel like I do
to my wife. She doesn't seem to care, but. Right.
She doesn't listen, but
she like lets me vent to a point, but then it's just like, okay, are you done? Like, why are you like cynical? I'm very cynical.
Yeah,
I think that's how
I'm kind of caught in that same boat too, and that's a mental problem. Like, I got to flip the switch on that.
It's so hard because I'm just like. We're doing, like we were setting up a new clinic and all this other stuff. And then my boss is deciding to throw stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, because you don't know I'm fucking here already. And I got a million things going on, but yeah, sure. Let's throw this on here because, I got all the time in the world.
Right.
And so there's this shit like that where it's like, okay, I'm done.
I know.
I want to clock out and I don't want to be like working ever.
Well, that's
I don't want to work anymore.
I'm with you. I'm just ready to retire. I've worked 10 years at this job. I should retire.
I've been working since I've been able to work.
Yeah.
15, 16 years old.
Right.
And I haven't stopped, and I'm kind of tired of working.
Right.
I need to. Someone buy me a bunch of lotto tickets, and hopefully I win, and I'll share with you.
Right.
And then I'll just retire.
Yeah.
$1 million, I'm retiring. I don't care what.
Where you spend enough and you're guaranteed to win something. What's the lotto number? Do you spend $1 million, you're guaranteed to win 50,000 or something like that? Like what are the odds?
How much did you spend on those tickets?
I didn't lose it all. But man, no, I feel it's like
if I was like rich, like stupid, some of these YouTubers that are stupid rich that are like we're gonna buy 100,000 Orbeez and destroy someone's backyard.
I blew up a brand new boat for fun.
If I had money like that, I would probably do something stupid like that. I'm gonna buy 1 million lotto tickets for this Powerball that's $250 billion.
Yeah, if I made that much, I'd be like, see ya, and I'd go.
Oh, dude, if I hit if I won $1 million, I would leave my job.
I can't.
I can't live off of it forever.
Right,
but I could.
I would want to be rich enough to buy my own support people. I'd be the teacher with like 80 pairs and be like, where did these pairs come from? Like,
I'm paying.
They're on my payroll. I don't think I'd quit my job because I like my job. I like what I do.
Well, you're making a difference.
But there's just life, this is that time of year. It's kind of the same thing. Like, it's not my boss putting it on me. It doesn't work that way. But like, it's just you get to this wintertime and it's like, the ball's just rolling. Like stuff's just coming nonstop. Every time you take a breath, it's like this thing's coming, this thing's coming, this thing's coming.
That's how it feels.
And it's just like it is what it is. Like, I know every year it's the same thing. You get to that place like your energy's low. Like you just kind of hit that wall of like you've been working weekends to get stuff figured out. You know what I mean? Like you put all this stuff into it and you're like you just don't have that much left in the tank anymore. And
you need crack.
And then, but I need to be on drugs.
You need some schneef.
I need schneef. Well, methamphetamine. I'm good to go. No, never.
Drugs are bad.
That stuff. Drugs bad.
Yeah. Cookies good.
Cookies good. Eat your cookies. No drugs. No, I seriously don't condone drugs. But no, it's like, it's just that you get to that point where you're like, I can take a breath. And then it's like, oh, you thought you could. Now this. And it's nobody like, it's like luckily in my job, it's not anybody there that's like, oh, looks like you're not busy enough. It's not that. It's like everyone's supportive and like, it's not anywhere near that. But it's just, you're teaching people. You have these little tiny people that are learning life from you. So it's like every day there's something new that has to be ready to go. And when you're working, you're not getting that ready. You're presenting whatever you already got ready. So it's just, man, I don't know. I'm just tired. I'm tired.
No, I get it. Like my mental gas is pretty much empty right now. I'm at that same point where I'm just like, the cool thing is like, you love what you do. I came to the realization when I was out that I don't love what I do. I love my people. I love when I'm doing the clinic stuff, like setting up, like doing that physical. Like I really enjoy that aspect and just getting things prepped, making it look nice. But just the other stuff, I think I came to the realization that I need something to change because it's not happening. Right. I don't know if it's the job, the supervisor, what it is, but it's just like, all right, something's got to give where it's either I need to, like I've tried to flip that switch where I'm like, wake up like, whoo, oh man, I'm so happy to be working.
Right.
Oh, God, hello, my boss, world. I love him. He's so awesome.
The birds land on your shoulder and sing songs with you.
No, I wake up, the bird's dead, you know, stuff like that. Yeah. But I just was like, no, I think I'm ready to move on and I need to do that. Right. Yeah. I need to do that.
To put it into action. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take a pay cut at this point because my mental's like health is like really suffering. Like I don't want it to spill over into like with the kids.
Right.
That's my phone being all loud and stupid. I don't want it to spill over where it's like affecting the family, which it's not. Like I've been doing but like pretty
our kids
well.
Watch us. They know how we process things, and I know.
I think I've been like more quiet than I have been. Like I'm just like drained, like you said.
Yeah,
you're like you get to the mental state where it's just.
When you start doing like stupid mistakes, like I've had
like punching a monitor. Like I snapped at that. Like not. It's funny as that is. It's like before, like I was fine. I can like sort things out.
Right
now, it's just like it's there. I'm here, and I can't contain anymore, and so I let it spill out.
Yeah, right.
It's like monitor, you're next.
You better step in line, monitor.
So monitor survived, and I have so much respect for it now.
Yeah,
I'll never do that to that monitor again.
Right,
it works still. Yeah. Like it was hanging out, like, whatever. But like mentally, like I was drained. I was just like, I thought this time away was going to be nice for that purpose, not from the family, but like.
No, right.
But I feel like it didn't really do that for me. It like made it worse because, like you said, you don't know if it's just you or you're thinking,
right?
Alone
with your quiet thoughts.
Yeah. Well, and then I start overthinking. Like, my boss means this. He said this, but I think he really means this.
Yeah.
Like, there's an underlining. Like, why did you say that, or why did you say it that way? Like, is it this or that? Like I had told you, our project was behind, not because of us, because of contractors and shit.
Yeah.
We went there and it was just a shit show. But we made it work.
Right.
But like some of the stuff that would come out, it just was like, your mind's so.
Didn't mean to sling-blade it there. But.
Yeah. Oh God. I really like that.
I know, man.
But like, mentally though, it's just my mental. Like Alicia had told me, she's like, maybe you're just like overthinking something. I go, yeah, you might be right, but at the same time, I feel like I've talked about this before. So sorry guys if you're hearing this over, but
you vent, man. You vent.
I'm venting. But like, I think it's just that time where it's like, okay.
Yeah. Like, winter, man. Winter.
It could be winter. I think I'm getting the winter blues.
Seasonal affect disease.
It's something because I'm like, I need the sun, or I need something to change. I need a change of pace.
Right. Give me a dose of sunshine.
I think I'm not one of those persons that can have one job for 100 years.
What I've realized about me, I'm kind of Sorry, I cut you off. Sorry.
No. No, I can't have the same job forever. I need a switch up every now and then.
Yeah, I like to be in the same job, but I can't keep the same. I get in these. It's almost like manic depressive. Like it's not that in the sense of how I feel, but it's just like I can be on it, and I hit this point where it's like, I don't want to do anything anymore.
I think that's life, though, right?
Maybe it's just normal.
We're probably not the only ones that feel that way. I think there's other people out there that.
Sometimes it's easy. You're like, I'm busy.
I would really love to talk to someone who does wake up where it's just like the birds are singing, fucking. They wake up like a Disney princess, like fucking birds are putting clothes on them and stuff, like they just love life. Like I would love to talk to a person and see where they're mentally.
Yeah. Like what,
because you can't tell me there's everyone out there, like it's just perfect. Right. You know what I mean? Like
all the time. Everybody's got,
they got them shit, how do they deal with when those situations come up where they feel like life's beating them down, but they will still wake up like,
how long does it take to get in the habit of flipping your brain to like, man, it's a bad day, but like, you know what? I'm going to make it a good day. Today's going to be one of the best days ever.
See, I've been trying to think that there was a point where I was trying to do that, wake up like happy that I'm working, because I should be happy that I have a job.
You show gratitude for the things in my life.
And you should show gratitude for those things, because there is other people out there that are suffering and dealing with stuff and wish to be in our position.
Right.
So I know all that stuff, but to tell myself and to be happy, that's the challenge.
It's like that's worn off.
Around 8:30 a.m.
Not having a job, it sounds pretty good at that time.
That first email, dude, I'm telling you, if I won $1 million, I would retire. I know $1 million's not what it used to be. I would seriously quit my job. And then I would find something else to do, because I think $1 million, if it invested right, you can
a little nest egg.
It could help you for a bit.
I can see myself retiring as a teacher and then maybe being like a reading para or something.
Like, that'd be cool.
Like I don't want to do the grading anymore. I don't want to do like all the other stuff.
Prepping for the classroom.
I'll still work with. I'll help you out. I don't need to prep. I just I'll teach the lesson.
Unless you become that like old man that's just like, you still don't get it. You're not reading. Reject.
No.
God. Be like, well, I'm in kindergarten.
I'm sorry, Mr. Parham.
I don't know. I was thinking about when you told me you were starting your teaching out and you came in hard and the girl's like, geez, you're young.
Oh, that was a long time ago. God, that was like my para days. I had no idea what I was doing.
That makes me laugh I was in
middle school. Yeah. And there's like kids and for us were like harder kids, right?
Yeah.
And I just figured I need to come in and show them I know what I'm doing, or else. So I came in, I'm like, okay, you guys are here to take a test. So you're going to be quietly in your seats taking a test. And this girl looks at me, she's like, you're yelling at us. I was like, sorry, I didn't mean to yell, but you guys need to take this seriously. And we've never had a problem. I laughed. I even laughed and sorry for yelling. That's not what I meant to do. What I mean? But I was young and didn't really know what I was supposed to do. It was 3 days into my job or something.
That fucking made me laugh. Thinking about that.
Made me laugh. I was like, they took it well, and they were good. They actually were really good kids. So I was like, hey,
I don't know. But no, I mean, mental stuff is a thing that's for real.
Yeah, mental's real, man.
I started realizing stuff, and when you're away by yourself, away from the family, just like you said, your thoughts, you just everything's coming at you.
Which they say is actually a good thing. You should do that, where you have to kind of introspect.
No, I think being alone's good. There was things I wanted to do when I was there that I didn't do. Like I said, I didn't work out.
Sure.
At all. I thought I was there was a gym there. But you know why I didn't? It's because there's the elevator.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you come out of the elevator, there's glass windows.
Right.
And the gym's right there.
Yeah.
And so I don't want people staring at me every time I'm working out.
I got to take an elevator and go through a glass wall. I'm not doing it. That's
you walk down this hallway.
Yeah.
And off to the left was elevator, or was the gym, and off to the right was just the elevators. And so anybody at the elevators could just
everybody's just watching you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't want that.
10-pounders. No. I know.
I shouldn't care, but I just didn't feel like...
Was it a good gym? Was it like a fully, like,
it was okay.
Yeah.
I had treadmills, I had dumbbells, and it had like a machine where you can like...
Oh, yeah. Like cable machine.
Cable machine, yeah. It was decent. It was nice. Don't get me wrong. The hotel was nice. The staff was awesome.
Yeah.
They were really... It was cool. It was either I was just not wanting to work out because of that. That's the reason. And plus, I was just like, you get back, you're tired.
Right.
There was a couple nights we worked pretty late. And we're just like, nah. And then I drove around forever looking for food.
Oh, Portland's
like,
a
what do I want to eat?
Town. Yeah.
I drove around for 35 minutes looking for food. I was like, okay, I'm going to Chick-fil-A. I was like, nah, line's too long. I don't want to wait. I don't want to go inside because I didn't want to go inside. I was being lazy as fuck.
Right.
I get that. Then I'm driving. I end up going to McDonald's.
Well, was the line shorter?
It was, I guess, not really, but like all that driving around, like I might as well waited at Chick-fil-A and got something.
McDonald's is fast though. Like even with the long line, they got it figured out.
It was okay, obviously. Like I didn't eat anything that was just like, oh, dude, the best.
Again, it's McDonald's.
Yeah. Even
it's gonna be good, but
I wanted a gyro. That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
But I didn't like go out of my way to find one. Like we were at like a food truck area earlier.
Yeah.
For lunch one day, and they had a gyro place, but they didn't. It was closed.
Oh,
if it was open, I would have had that.
Yeah,
because I love those things.
Then it puts it in your head, and then you can't stop thinking about it.
I still want one right now.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. Like I have not fallen off the wagon, but I'm definitely not.
Well, gyros would be all right.
No, I don't mean that part of it. I just mean like you said you didn't work out and this kind of stuff. It's like.
Yeah, that part,
I'm just like I'm still fighting the motivation there too. Like I'm still doing it, but I'm not doing it like I was, and I'm okay with.
Yeah.
Like, but to a point, it's like I also don't want to backtrack. Like my whole point was health, and I just notice little things. Like I notice like I'll push certain things a little farther now.
Yeah.
It's like where's that line now? Like I had these like really firm rules. And now they're like soft guidelines, and I'm like, at what point do I just like no?
Because
it used to be like I don't eat all the time, like because they say that you really got to give your body time to not eat. And now I'm just like back to like I'm eating good things, I'm eating like way healthier things, but I'm like enjoying eating.
Yeah, so I was the same way. Like I was obviously I didn't work out that week, but I'd get a lot of steps in.
Yeah,
going up and down stairs.
Right.
So like. That was my justification.
Right.
Like, wow, you got 15,000 steps in. You're good.
Right.
Or whatever.
Right. I think part of my thing is kind of that. Like I was exercising, like lifting weights, like pretty seriously ish. And I was like thinking like, I need these calories to put on bulk. Well, I'm not a bulky guy anyway. So
that's why you tried.
I mean, I'm happy with where I'm at, whatever, but I'm not like a guy that's just going to like there it is. I'm muscular now.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know. You just get to the point like now I'm eating to bulk up. It's not really happening, and I'm just now eating because I like to eat.
Up. No.
So my midsection seems to be bulking up, but nothing.
Dude, I ate so shitty though when I was there.
Yeah,
I got tired of eating out, like because that's all I had.
Right.
Obviously I went to Subway one of the days.
Yeah.
But other than that, like I would eat out, but I wouldn't eat all day until dinner. Oh. Like lunch, we'd go get something. But other than that, like I didn't really eat.
Yeah, I'm still doing that, like the fasting thing.
But I was like, like the fast, like I wouldn't eat lunch. Like we wouldn't eat lunch till almost 2, so I hadn't ate anything up until that point.
Right.
I had a banana. Anytime I went to this gas station.
Hey, you bought a banana though. That's
no, I didn't buy it.
Oh,
you get a free banana with a purchase of coffee.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Dude, that's kind of
the first day
awesome
I thought the guy was hitting on me.
You want a free banana?
He looked at me. He looked at me like he stared at me like
awkwardly pulled it off the bundle.
Yeah, and he like peeled it and he licked it. No, but he was like, "You want a banana?" And I'm thinking, bro, what?
What's the price on that banana?
Like, no, I'm married. I told him like, "Oh, I'm married, but I'm good." Like,
I'm married, but I guess.
I mean. I don't really, you're not my type. What's your banana looking like?
Yeah. How big is your banana?
Is it green?
How ripe is it?
But no, like when he said it, the way he said it, like for a second, I was like, is this guy kind of hitting on me?
You're going to give me a free banana.
Yeah, like the way he said everything and the way he was looking at me was just like, for like a split second, I was like, what?
Yeah.
You know, like I said, and he's like, banana, you want one? I'm like, I'm all right. He goes, well, they're free. They're right over there. I'm like, oh, yeah, no. Yeah, sure. I don't know. Whatever. I'll grab one on the way out. Yeah. But the way he had said everything before that, I was just like, this guy's here.
Hey, buddy, guy, the free bananas. Yeah. You want a free banana?
I'm married. I mean, I'm glad you feel that way, but I'm married.
I'm happily married.
If I was single, maybe.
Yeah.
No.
In my younger days, sure, I would have taken your banana in a second.
Yeah. I'm a married man now.
I'm married. I'm settled down. I got kids.
I can't do those things. I can't be whoring around like that. But no, I told Alicia that. She fucking laughed so hard.
Man.
Because I was like legit thought, I don't know. Maybe I was thinking I'm so good looking that.
I didn't hit the gym, but I didn't need to. That guy was hitting hard.
Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, I didn't hit the gym, but obviously I'm going to get back to work now. But whatever.
Man, life's just hard.
Life sucks sometimes.
It's like, I don't know. I love routine, but routine also is just kind of annoying sometimes. Like,
with the monotonous?
Yeah, like
monotony.
You know those mornings where it's like you got to wake up and you got to do all those little steps, and you're just like, I just don't want to do these little steps.
Oh, dude, you know? I was getting so working at home. That's kind of where I get at, right?
Yeah,
I know I should shower, right?
Yeah,
no, sure. I'm not even joking.
Sure,
there was a point there where I was just like, I don't feel like showering.
Yeah.
And that's not like me. Usually I'm pretty
right. Clean.
Hygienic. Like I'm steaming my clothes. I'm like making sure
this guy irons his t-shirts before he goes out.
Yeah. No, that's not even a joke.
No,
I do. And I was like, there was a point where I was just like, I didn't even care about that. Like I was wearing the same, at least he would come home from for lunch or something. I'm in shorts or sweats, I'm just done. Like my hair is combed, but at the same time, I hadn't showered in a couple of days. I was just I'm not even I'm not afraid to admit it. Like there was a period where I think I went 3 days without a shower.
Yeah.
It's disgusting,
man.
Maybe 4, but
it can happen.
But I was just in that state of mind at that point. I was in a worse place at that point though, but I was just like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
And I don't want to revert there because I feel myself kind of there again.
Yeah. I got you.
I can, which is that's one thing with just any kind of health, mental health, physical. But when you start realizing those triggers, you start realizing you're able to see that's a good moment where you can, if you can stop that, that's a good thing. So I'm seeing that okay, I'm feeling a certain type of way that I was feeling. I don't want to jump back there. So let's fix this because, there's a period where you just got to snap your brain out of that because you can't keep falling into that routine of being depressed or being whatever.
I'm so glad that you said that because you know what I mean? That's where I'm at. I'm recognizing that I'm sliding a bit.
Yeah.
Things that.
So I think that's a healthy thing to recognize.
Yeah.
Recognize that
let's take this moment, just see it and be like, no.
But you're doing that because you're still working out, right?
Yeah.
You might not be doing what you were doing before, where you're just fucking throwing up weights and just going crazy. But in those moments where you're still feeling ugh,
I'm not spinning dumbbells on my finger anymore. But I'm
those 20 pounders.
Right.
I got 4 pounders. I'm still spinning them, but it's just not as much.
Twiddling them between my fingers and stuff. I'm not doing that.
But that aspect, at least you're seeing that, and you're still kind of. Okay, let's keep doing this because I think eventually your brain will say, "All right,
yeah," because it'll
help
true.
You jump you out of it.
Because I this week, and it wasn't anything over the top, wasn't anything bad, so I don't feel bad about it. But it's just with every other thing, it's this is my old pattern. This is Thursday night. I was in a funk. And for no reason, I don't know. The day was good. Everything was good. I just came home and I had that thing where I'm I want to do everything and nothing sounds fun. I just had that feeling it would have been a night if we were going to go out and do something, it would have been great. But there was nothing really to do. Yeah. And I just had that bleh feeling.
Oh yeah.
So I had a whiskey, which is fine to do. I just haven't done it.
Yeah.
So I did that. One little tiny whiskey. Not a big deal.
Yeah.
Then the next night, we went to dinner and I had like 2 beers. Again,
not a big deal.
Not a big deal. Last night I went to my brother's, had some wine. Got buzzed. Like more than I've been in a long time.
Yeah.
By itself, not a big deal. Drinking 3 days in a row, kind of a big deal. Like, that's not what I've been doing. I've been really good at not doing it. Haven't wanted to do it.
Yeah.
And now I'm looking at like 3 days in a row I had drinks.
I'm not going to lie. I wanted to drink the other day.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
man. Yeah. Well, like, yeah, that's like, I don't mean to imply I have like a problem.
No,
you
don't. I do.
I had at some point, I definitely did. More like a coping mechanism, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
It wasn't so much like a behavioral need, but it was definitely like to cope with things. And, but I'm just like,
you feeling yourself.
Now I'm now staying up later on weekends again, which isn't bad by itself. But again, it's like all these little pieces of my old ways
are sliding in,
creeping up. And eventually it makes your brain just go like, fuck it. You know?
Yeah.
Like, you got to just be careful with it. I don't know. Like, I don't want to live like a robot the rest of my life, but like
that's how I feel. Like, because you don't want to live like
boundaries, boundaries, just knowing when to call it quits, man.
Yeah, I'm all cutting you off. Sorry, man.
Oh, you're good. I cut you off.
I'm sorry, man. But no, you're right.
Shit, though.
But there is those boundaries, and you do feel those things creep in, and at least you see that, and you can like, okay,
right.
You recognize it, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, I do recognize it. I'll give myself that.
I drank 3 days in a row. Maybe I'll.
Right.
But the cool thing is, like, you're not drinking excessively.
No,
you know what I mean?
Last night was as close as I came. I was going to go get another glass of wine, and Blanca was like, man, like, that's, thank God for her, because she was like, you don't do well with red wine. Like,
oh yeah, you don't.
So I stopped.
Yeah.
Because I love red wine, but it's
very good.
It gets like
Is it Cab or red wine?
Cabernet Sauvignon is like one of my favorites.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, that stuff is good. And so I started with that. I brought a bottle, and I pretty much drank all of it. I think other people drank like a little
brown
bit of
bag.
It. And then like they had another bottle, so like I opened that one, and I had probably a glass of that. So like, all in all, I probably had like a bottle of wine myself, which is, really technically way over the top. But honestly, for those of you that have consumed, like, it's not outlandish to drink a bottle of wine. Like,
it looks like it's a lot, but
I had my capacities. But I just got to that point where I was kind of worried I might have a headache today, and I don't. Like, I quit early enough. I had some water. Like, it was all fine, and I never lost it. Sometimes you like lose it. Never lost it. I was fine, under control. But I got to that point where like, I'm louder. Joking way harder.
Yeah. That's what I do. Like, I was finding myself, obviously I didn't drink because I'm still trying not to do that, right?
Yeah.
I did find myself wanting to because when you're out,
right.
One of the guys,
when you're alone in a hotel room,
like Alfonso got a beer. We went to some spot, he got a beer, and I was like, no, I'm good,
right.
And then I know Johnny wanted one, and he ended up not. I don't know if it's because I didn't drink, because they know I'm not trying to drink, but like, at the same time, I don't give a fuck if someone drinks.
Right.
It's not like,
right.
I'm not like gonna jump. Oh my god,
sucking
down a fucking whiskey or something.
Suck your dick for that beer.
Yeah,
I know.
But like, I found myself, I was drinking soda, which I don't drink sodas. That often. But I found myself
it was your replacement for
probably. But I drank a Coke or a Pepsi, and then I was, the next day when I'd have lunch or dinner, it'd be the same thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. I found myself like, okay, I need to drink some fucking water.
Right.
And so then I'd switch it up to like unsweetened iced tea. I like,
Yeah, sure.
And so I was like, okay, I need to stop that because I'm getting bloated.
When I want that like something that's, like not water.
Mm-hmm.
What I go to now, my dad actually turned me on to this, was I think I've shown you before. It's the I want to say Jack Daniels. That's alcohol, not that.
Nah.
It's
Jack Daniels water.
It's Jack Daniels. I just chug Jack Daniels and I feel great. No, it's
I slept.
The iced tea stuff. It's iced tea.
Oh,
lemonade.
the Arnold Palmer.
Arnold Palmer diet is like, I don't know. It's something about, because I'm not the cold tea, whatever the hell I just said.
Yeah.
The iced tea. I'm not that kind of a guy. Like, I really hate iced tea, even sweetened. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah,
but
I
you
like
mix that with lemonade.
Oh, that's
something about the lemon and that flavor. It makes it seem sweet, even though it's not.
Oh.
And it's like barely any calories, but you feel like you're getting something, you know?
Yeah, see, I need something like that.
You almost could put it in a whiskey glass if you needed that and be like, oh, it's like I'm having a whiskey.
Like a Long Island.
Probably that's exactly what it is, right?
I don't know how to make
so.
Is whiskey in Long Island?
An Arnold Palmer is that with like
that's an actual drink, huh?
Yeah, an Arnold Palmer, you get it, and I think it's like vodka with that mix.
This has nothing to do with like alcohol, but it's a drink. So we were in obviously in Oregon, and we were at the hotel, and they had like a Starbucks, and so I was getting coffee that day. So I was trying to keep with my diet, so I just got regular drip coffee. Mm-hmm. And my buddy Johnny, he got a coffee, and then the lady goes, "Do you want a shot in the dark?" He's like, "Well, it's that." She's like, "It's coffee, but then you get a shot of espresso put into it." He's like, "I'll have that." She goes, "Yeah, that's what it's called, a shot in the dark. So when you say that, they'll know what it is." Right. And he's like, oh, cool. So the next day he goes down there and he asks for the shot in the dark, different barista. And she was like, what is that?
Shot my shot. I don't know.
So he told her, he goes, she told me that is fucking
Cindy fucks with everybody. Sorry about that.
Like, that's not a real thing. Man. But he's like, he got told this thing, and then he goes to use it, and it's not even the real thing. But the names for stuff, even for coffee, they got names.
Right.
Arnold Palmer for vodka and whatever.
Yeah.
And then you got shot in the dark. Shot in the dark.
I was thinking the same thing. That's not even the lines, right? No. But why does that sound correct?
I don't know. What is it? Someone. It's Bon Jovi, right? I thought he says shot in the dark.
Maybe he does.
Baby.
Yeah, maybe he does. Maybe it is shot in the dark because it sounds like it. That's where my brain went.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to
shot in the dark. Yeah.
Great. I'm gonna have to look at those lyrics up later.
John Bon Jovi. That guy's cool, man. I think he runs like what a piece of garbage.
I'm just kidding. I love Bon Jovi.
I mean,
he's a good guy though. I think.
He runs. I think he runs like a kitchen. Like he has a restaurant that helps people.
I know David Grohl.
Dave Grohl.
Yeah. He does like barbecue and he'll go feed people.
Yeah, he's cool. Dave Grohl's really cool.
He's really cool.
I know him personally when I was hanging out with Dave.
Yeah, when I was in Comic-Con yesterday, I met Stephen Amell. Yeah. The guy who plays Arrow. He seems like a nice guy.
Nice.
I mean, he has to.
Man.
I was kind of nervous though. I told Lisa, "Oh, babe, I'm kind of nervous. My heart's beating." She's like, "You're dumb." And I'm like, "I'm just saying." So I got a picture with him though.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, are we able to pause this? Can we pause?
You go potty?
I gotta go bad.
We can pause it.
I thought I could make it to the end, but it's not gonna happen.
Should we stop?
I don't know.
We'll do it.
There's a way to pause, right?
Here, we're gonna pause.
Sorry, everybody. Quick intermission.
Welcome back to.
Well, that was a close call.
That was a quick intermission. No, I've been there, man. Sometimes you gotta go. You gotta go.
I thought I could make it to the end. It didn't happen.
Right.
But I made it to the toilet. That's the important thing. Everybody, hey, well, where are we?
I know.
What's happening? You were mentioning that you went to Comic-Con in Seattle.
I did go to Comic-Con in Seattle, and I saw Stephen Amell, so I was pretty nervous because I really like him like as a person. Sure. He does a lot of like charity things. He has like a winery in Walla Walla.
Dude, that's cool.
Yeah, Knocking Point Winery. So, yeah, it was cool to meet him.
Say it again.
Knocking Point.
Knocking Point.
Yeah.
Nice.
The winery over there.
Nice.
So, yeah, I've never been there, but that's not far from us.
Yeah.
Actually, well, I was like, 45 minutes?
Yeah, they actually changed the little highway out there, so it's even shorter.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't think it's open yet, but yeah, they cut through a field. That's where we live. You just cut through a field.
That's it. Done.
Shaves off 15 minutes of your drive. Yeah, you go. What the hell's going on? Sorry, my phone's blowing up. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was like interested in this field.
There's a field, and they cut a road into it. And
that's cool.
It's going to sync up somewhere. You actually, that whole turnoff where you go up, and then you get to take the left onto the highway.
Yeah.
You bypass all that.
No way.
Yeah. Like you don't even see Lake Wallula anymore.
No?
For those of you that are listening from like New Jersey or something, like sorry,
you have no idea what you're talking about.
But if you live generally in our area,
if you live anywhere but our area,
let me set the stage.
You have no idea.
You have nothing but a factory that makes paper.
It's Boise Cascade
mill. And
is it Boise Cascade still?
Yeah, and it smells like rotting poop. It's really bad. If
you're from Tacoma, if anybody in Tacoma knows, it smells like that.
A pulp mill. That's what it is. It's a pulp mill.
Yeah, it's very stinky.
It smells very not good. But somewhere around there, you're going to just turn. It's going to veer to the left.
Oh.
And I don't know how. I don't know if the main road's going to go and they're just going to have an exit the way that it used to be, or what they're going to do. But it's going to shave a significant amount of time.
Wonder why they did that.
I think to shave time off, or a lot of people died at that intersection.
Yeah, so I dated a girl in Walla Walla at one point, and I remember driving to her place at night.
Yeah,
like it could be
bad.
It'd be like 11:30 at night or so.
Yeah,
and it's just dark, and then you know it's a 1-lane highway, so it's very dangerous.
Yeah.
And I had just previously hit a deer.
Oof.
Which I hit this deer on a freeway in town here.
Yeah.
You know, where Richland is, going, like you leave Richland, you're going on to I-82.
Oh, yeah.
Going towards Kennewick.
Yeah.
I hit a deer right there.
Right.
And
so weird.
So then it was
right?
the weirdest spot.
Yeah.
And so I was already like sketched out. So I remember when I would drive there at night, I would honk randomly.
The hey there of cars, right?
Yeah. Like it's going to scare a fucking deer.
Right. It might.
Maybe. I didn't hit one, so it must work.
Yeah, right.
But I guess there's something you can put on the front of your car.
Yeah, the deer horn.
Yeah, that like they hear.
Some whistle.
It's probably stupid and fake.
Yeah. You hear it. They don't.
So I bought this whistle thing that goes into your muffler to see how it would work, and it didn't work. Good old Facebook.
Like a train or what?
I don't know. It's supposed to sound like a... You know, like a loud. It's supposed to do. It didn't work.
Oh,
that and Facebook, the shit they show on there. I'm like, I'm gonna buy it.
It's gonna work. So cool. I got a good feeling about this one.
Yeah. It never does.
Right.
It never does. So
anyway, back to what? Yeah.
No. So I was gonna end it on this.
Oh.
Not
back to that.
Yeah. What was I saying?
You were talking about Comic-Con.
Oh, Comic-Con. Yeah. So Comic-Con, met Stephen Mill. It was cool. He seems like a nice guy. But no, it was cool there. I can talk about it. So I was parking, and I don't know if anybody else has this thing with parking. I hate fucking parking. Yeah, I hate trying to find parking. And in downtown Seattle, it's even worse because now garages are full. And I was really bitchy.
Right.
Got to park 7 miles away. Great. Right. Now we're not even going to be able to. We might as well go home.
Someone's going to steal our catalytic converter.
Yeah. Awful. That's been an issue around here. So and then, so I
was it at the convention center?
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's actually there's the convention center and there's a new spot.
Oh,
it's like the convention center north. I don't know what it's called, but it's like brand new, and that's where it was in the new area, and it's like fucking 5 floors.
Is it near the convention center? Like connected somehow?
Yeah. Well, it's not connected to it, but it's like
same
like
block,
a block or block and a half down.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's brand new. It's really, really nice. Like I said, it was huge, and excuse me, had a little burpee. But yeah, trying to park was a bitch.
Yeah.
And I remember I was just like being a little snappy because it's like a pet peeve to park. And then Alicia, I forget what she said, and then I snap and it's okay for you to say so, but I can't stuff. I gotta say stuff and this and that, and like she got annoyed. My wife's very like, okay, stop being she didn't say it, but stop being a little bitch. She doesn't say that, but at the same time, it's like that's pretty much what she means.
Yeah.
So we got a little annoyed with each other, and then she was like, "Well, I'm just gonna go to the car. I'm leaving." And then I'm like, "No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have snapped. It's just, I hate parking." Blah blah blah. Anyway, we were fine, but Comic-Con's crazy.
Oh yeah.
You see all these people dressed up. So. I told Elena next year, like, I'm taking her and JJ. Like, for sure. I told my wife I don't want to take her. I said, I don't know if I want to go with you to Comic-Con again.
Really?
I go, this is the second time we've gone, and both times now we've gotten a little snappy with you. And for me, I like to, like, walk around and check things out. And, like, the way she is with
shopping.
That's how she is with shopping.
Right.
With me, that's how I am when I'm there because it's like just so much cool stuff.
Yeah, she didn't want to look around.
She did, but it'd be like, okay, Yeah. And I'd be looking and she'd leave. And then I'm like, okay, well, I need to make sure I'm with her because I don't want to
get lost or something.
Yeah, because there's if you get lost, you're fucked because phone reception was non-existent. Right. So you want to stay within each other because you're not going to be able to text or nothing.
Yeah, right.
My buddy Nick was there and like we were going to like meet up, but we never did because like I was telling where I was, but nothing sent.
Right.
But yeah, but that's what I told her. So,
man,
just because I like to look around, I like doing stuff,
right?
And like that's my thing. I like, I love that stuff. And I don't know what all the characters are of everything, but I just enjoy all that.
It's a cool thing.
Oh yeah, but like I really think Elena, that's her.
She would like it.
She would thrive there because you can cosplay.
Right.
So you see people dressed up in all sorts of things.
Right.
And you see people dressed barely in anything, like it's wild.
I'll bet.
But it's really cool because everyone's just so like, I think that's what it is everyone's there for the same reason. Yeah. So the camaraderie is just there. Like people are, I love your outfit. Can I take a picture? And they're like, yeah.
Go ahead. That's cool. So you feel like a little celebrity when you're there.
Yeah. And so people are like really cool and they're like, complimenting you on stuff. And it's just, nice. I feel like Elena would really enjoy it.
She'd start bouncing.
She'd feel, she'd feel at home in that, nice. Like she'd feel like, that's where she belongs. Kind of thing, what I mean?
Right.
Like that environment, like, she would thrive.
Like, there are people like me. Like,
dude, so many. They had like a whole section for like pride stuff, and they had stuff. Oh man, they had stuff everywhere. It was we didn't even check everything out because like we were looking for food at one point, so we were both getting kind of like we weren't snapping at each other, but we were both like getting the hangriness was coming.
Right.
So we're like, what are we going to eat? So we paid for these little pizzas. It was expensive. Yeah. It was like $40.
Oh.
For 2 pizzas. I had a Coke.
Inflation.
Coke Zero. So I was okay. It was no calories.
Right.
I had aspartame, so that's probably going to give me cancer.
Nah.
Sugar diabetes.
I'm
going to get the diabetes. But yeah, all that was like $40, dude. It was crazy expensive. But I don't know. It was fun. Overall, it was fun.
Nice.
Obviously the mishaps of parking.
Right.
On the bright side, where I parked, I only ended up paying $10 for parking.
Oh,
and I was in a garage.
Really?
Yeah. And the other places, I had to walk a little bit. We're talking almost a mile, but I'm okay with that.
How was Alicia with that? Is that where the fight came?
No, she was fine with it.
Nice.
It was probably not quite a mile, but it said we were a mile.
Man,
but
did I ever tell you about that time that I went to Seattle on the wrong day for an interview?
Oh God!
I was in a suit and like dress shoes, and it was the wrong day, so I was already there. So I'm like, I'm not gonna leave. So I walked around Seattle. I'm talking like I would walk to Queen Anne Hill and then down like by the stadiums, like that far.
That's a far.
All the way through. I probably didn't go that far. But at least to downtown.
I walked 25 miles daily.
380 miles that day. No, it was insane. My feet hurt so bad, but I'm like, I got to make a day of this thing. Like, I'm in a fucking suit.
Were you from here?
No, I was living with my aunt at the time, down in the South Sound area.
So were you there at the wrong time, like time-wise, or the day?
I was there a week off.
Oh, shit.
I was there the right
I'm staying here forever.
I walked in the front door of this building. It was like one of the sky rises downtown. I walked into the building. It wasn't even like for a job. It was for this group that could help get you a job.
Okay, yeah. Like a manpower or something.
I mean, I was ready. Like I was in a suit.
Dressed in
trying to look my best.
Yeah.
And I walk in the door and they're like, your time is next week. Like, okay.
Are you sure you can't fit me in today?
I'm very prompt. I like to be there on time.
Don't forget.
So yeah, I spent the day walking around Seattle.
Because you were like, I'm here. I might as well do something.
And like the amount of like, Seattle is a big city, but it's not like an East Coast big city.
Yeah.
People don't really just wear suits. Like you see people in suits.
Yeah.
But it's not like New York where like everybody's in a suit.
Yeah.
So like there's a lot of people that are trying to sell like their religion or get you to sign like a Green Tree Act or something.
Tree hugger.
I had this girl, she's like, I don't know, probably 20 or 21. She's like, sir, I'm like, again, like 23.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, you should sign this petition. Like, I don't sign things I don't read. And she's like, come on, like, you're in a suit. Like, you can do this. I'm like, you don't realize I don't even have a job. Like, this is all make believe. It was so much fun, though. I started powerhousing around. I was like, get out of my way. No, I didn't. Like,
carrying a briefcase.
Someone move these homeless encampments. They're grossing me out.
Yeah.
It was like,
you're ruining my
I bought a briefcase just to carry it around. My lunch was in it, but like, no, it was the craziest thing.
I've always wanted to carry a briefcase that was handcuffed to my wrist.
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't know why.
Pretend like there's secret codes.
What's in here? Nothing.
You'd
like literally
know.
my spiral notebook.
Yeah. Man, it's like, but it's kind of the same thing. Like, I was by myself all day though. I'm like walking around like, what else am I going to do?
I don't know how to be by myself in that sense.
It's awkward.
I'm very like,
I took someone's picture at the Space Needle. They gave me their phone. He's like, you're in a suit. You know, and like, they had no idea how poor I was. I was like,
I can run off and sell this.
iPhone. Shit, man. Yeah,
you're rich.
My brother and I were there one time, and we were trying to find the little, like, I don't even know what's called Chinatown. I don't think it's called Chinatown. I forget what it's called there, but like, there's a district, international district. That's what it's called.
Like the Soho district and all that.
Yeah. So it's the international district, but it's kind of like, it's Chinatown. That's what that gives you an impression of what it is.
Let us,
we did not do it right. I don't know where we ended up. It was not international district. It was like slums.
Oh.
And we're walking. I'm like, I swear it was here, man. Like, I swear yesterday it was.
You looking for like, what is it called? Iwo Jima Market here. Or something?
It was a cool like area. Like, there's just like neat, the stuff that was there. And we were not there. And this girl, like, obviously trying to call a dealer or something, walks in. She's like, can I borrow your phone? And I was like,
you're like, no.
Super like, So I go, oh, sorry. Like, I'm out of minutes. And she's like, oh, okay. And she walked in and I was like, that was quick thinking. Nicely done. I'm like, I'm not giving that bitch my phone.
She's like, here's, and she leaves.
Well, I'm just like, my luck, they'd kill her. And then she'd be like, the last call made on your phone.
What's the killer?
Not here.
No, she borrowed it.
Yeah, no, she was, do I know where the body is? Yes, but it was a bad neighborhood.
Yeah.
No, Seattle, man.
Seattle's crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, our walk wasn't too bad. Yeah. It was just tiring. And somehow my wife got more steps than me. I still don't figure that one out.
Man, Blanca always gets more steps. I think it's because they got littler legs.
That's what I said. That's what I think. I honestly think that the smaller legs you have, the longer your walk is going to be.
So when I get
20,000 it's the same steps, distance.
Just think about how much land I've covered.
Fuck, you walked across the state.
I did. I walked
308 miles
to Massachusetts. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's how you walk.
Somehow I'm still in my house.
Yeah, well, could you walk there and back?
Yeah.
Being 6'10", it's easy.
I have to. I just step over things.
Yeah. Like, Murr.
No.
I'm like this.
Think about the kinetic energy I have to waste, though. Like, poor me, you know?
Yeah. You're like in the air for a minute, like a lot of times.
I like to trot.
I run like a horse. Right. So I do have a question of the day.
Yes.
Awesome. I was in, like I said, I was not in Seattle, but I was in Portland.
Yeah.
So I was there and I was having this realization after chatting with my daughter. I sent her some music that I think she would like. And obviously, kids. Okay. You're like, okay. But it just made me think, like, the question is, do we really know our kids?
Right.
And I don't mean
the real them.
Yeah. Do we know them like you know your friends or something? Right. You know what I'm saying?
Never.
But do we know our kids in that sense? Because I felt like, no, I don't. I don't know my daughter.
Aspects of our kids.
Yeah.
But and I think we know things that our kids wouldn't think that we know just because we've been kids.
But we don't know their.
But
like my daughter, for example, Elena, she's very quiet.
Right.
But then when she's with her friends, she's not
quiet.
They're talking and giggling and laughing.
And when you walk in the room and it's like,
it
just stops.
So it's like, what are they talking about? Like, you want to get to know your kids. And so it's like, and there's probably parents out there that, I know my kids like the back of my hand.
Right.
I doubt that.
Right.
But
you know what you want to know about your kid.
The kids are showing you what they want you to know, But I think as a kid, you always kind of keep things.
Well, especially things that really matter to you. Like something that you really think is bad, you're not going to tell your parents.
Yeah.
No matter what kid you are. So their deepest fears, they're like the things about themselves they don't like. You're not going to know those parts.
You're not.
They're going to be afraid to tell you. I was, at least.
Well, yeah, and that's where I started thinking was like, man, do I really know my daughter? Right. Do I really know my son? My other daughters? Do I know them? Like, right. Or do I just talk to them? Hey, how you doing? Good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. And, you talk to your kids like a normal parent.
Right.
But I don't know. I was just thinking, do I really know my kids?
Yeah, and like, how much should you know your kids too?
I feel like you should know them pretty good.
Yeah.
But it's weird because kids don't come to you, like you just said, too. Like, they don't come to you when there's...
Or they do sometimes. I had one time, I won't get into details, but Lena came to me with something, and I was just like, whoa, wait. That was a lot of information really fast.
Yeah.
I've told you about it before, but, like, there are these moments, and it's like, you got to get those moments right. When that happens, when your kid comes to you and is like, hey, this is something really weird, I need to talk to you. It's like, you better be on your A game.
Yeah.
If you screw that up, it's never going to happen.
Well, I think my kids are afraid to come talk to me sometimes because I'm by nature, I'm kind of quiet until not to myself. I don't know if that's the right word, but
yeah, like reserved.
I'm like a reserved person. Like I kind of keep quiet or I don't know if I don't seem interested. So there's times where I'll tell kids.
I'm just generally disinterested.
Well, no, I don't know if that's what they think, but I'm like,
gotcha.
No, I'm listening, or I have to let them know that like I get I hear you, and that way they can. I mean, JJ will be like, oh, never mind, and I'm like, well, bud, I want you can approach me because there was a time when he's like, he straight up asked if I like not if I do I is he annoying?
Yeah,
like that he was asking, or it wasn't like that. It was around a question like that where it's like, am I bugging you? That's what it was, because probably my reaction like, oh, here we go with these questions. But it was like I'm like in the middle of work or something, and they come, and so I've been trying to not do that.
Yeah, a big flaw of mine is the same thing. I'm impatient.
Yeah.
So Blanca calls me out a lot, and she's right. She's like, you don't even let me finish. Like, you're speaking for me. And like, oh, I know. Sorry.
Yeah.
But at least he'll do that. Elliot's like the same. He'll be like, never mind. Just defeated. I'm like, no, buddy, but it's the same thing. Like, we're at work. Yeah. I'm trying to get stuff done. But even at home sometimes, I sometimes don't give him the attention I should.
Like, yeah. And I think that's
something else
guilty thing parents do.
It's not good. And I feel bad for it. But, in the moment, it's like I got something else already on my mind. Then he's asked me something. And it's like, I think I'm listening. And I don't realize I'm really not listening.
Yeah. I forget what happened just recently where JJ was trying to say something. And I mean, he said what he said. Yeah. And I let him know, I'm listening. And then I went to him afterwards because I sat there and I'm like, fuck, man, I probably sound like a dick, because I was in the middle of working.
Right.
I was like doing something. I was like, literally, I was working, I'm working from home. So,
yeah.
And I was like, what, bud?
Right.
What now? And then I was like, fuck, that probably looked like a dick thing. And so I went in there and just talked to him. Like, hey, just want you to know, bud, you can, if you ever have something to say, you can talk to me about it. I know sometimes I might seem a certain way, but I'm not. Like, don't be afraid.
There's other things going on.
Yeah, don't be afraid to come talk to me. Like, you guys can, I've told Elena, you guys can talk to me about it, whatever. I don't, I'm open to it. It's just, I know I come across this way, but I don't mean that.
Right.
And then there was a point. So disclaimer, I was stoned. When I was over there in Portland, I was in the room. I had an edible or something, right? So that's where that question, do I really know my kids? So I had this moment where I kind of like, I can't remember everything, but I kind of broke down. Like, I started tearing up, right? I started crying because I was just like, I wasn't crying like bawling, but I was tearing up because I was just thinking about like how I am as a parent. And like, I was like, fuck, man, I'm like, this terrible person. And so that's where I came to this realization. Do I know my kids? Man,
yeah, I don't think you should ask it as like a beat yourself up.
Do I really know them?
Yeah, you are a good dad.
But then, like,
you care a lot about your kids, and you're there for your kids.
Yeah, so like, I just remember like that's where that came from.
But that's that headspace of being alone in a hotel room in a different city, not being able to see your kids for a week.
Yeah, so I was just like,
an edible would really kind of screw with that.
No, it really did. Like, I felt really just bad. And like there was other, not other things like going on, like work, not there was not other things going on. I was going to say there's other things going on, but it's like there was really nothing going on. But yeah, like I said, I started tearing up and I was like, oh my God, I don't know my kids.
Yeah.
I didn't do all that, but like
it's pounding on the walls. I don't know my kids.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Police came. It was the whole thing.
Yeah. So the police have my prints over there in Portland.
But man, I know it's rough. Like my brother and I were talking about that the other week. You can be so critical of your parents. Like there's that phase in life where you look at everything they did and you're like, oh, man, they could have done that different or that different. And like you realize when you have kids, everybody, it doesn't matter how old your parents are or whatever, they're figuring it out.
They are.
You become a parent and suddenly it's not that easy and you're just figuring it out.
So what I was going to actually get back to before you said, which actually reminded me of my point of being stoned, was another realization that I had was, so I had texted Elena letting her know I love her and just I want you to know, because I hadn't seen her for a minute, because when she left to you guys' house, she just kind of left and I was out at that time, so I didn't even get to say bye. So I felt like I hadn't seen her in so long. And then I was like, I was going to start typing something else.
Yeah.
Like, because, I'm stoned, so I was going to just let things out. And then I was like, as I was stoned, I was like, fuck. And then obviously I was tearing up as I was thinking all that stuff. And then I was like, oh my fucking God, I'm my mom. I'm my mom. I'm going to be that. Because my mom, when I talk to her, she always cries. Right. Or says something. And I started thinking, I was like, holy shit, if I was to send that, that's my mom. I can't do
That's
that.
Kind of a crazy moment. Huh?
Yeah. So I realized, okay. So I deleted it.
Back it off a little.
Yeah, okay. I don't want to be that parent.
Interesting.
Where I'm like oversharing or I'm like crying. Like, I'm sorry, I was such a bad mom.
Making it awkward for her.
Like, because I hate when I love my mom, but when she starts doing that, I'm like, okay, mom, because obviously as a parent, I can see my mom maybe not made the best decisions, but she tried, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, don't do that.
Yeah, I got you.
But I had that realization where
like, wait a minute, this is like, I read this from my mom.
Yeah. I was like, okay.
Wow.
So I even wrote down when I wrote my question, I didn't write on this one, but I wrote on a paper that I have in my bag, but I put realization. But
I am.
Luckily, I didn't write that part. I just put realization.
Yeah. Nice. Dang, dude.
What are we going to realize?
Deep.
I don't know.
That's deep.
It was deep.
And then you remembered it. That's the best part.
It took me a minute because you had said that, and then I was like, "That's where I was going with." Before you said that, that's my purpose was to say that.
See, that's why we do this. It's like,
awesome. So that's the question of the day: do we really know our kids?
Yeah,
like really know them.
So ponder that one out there.
Ponder that one, motherfuckers.
Do you know your kid at all?
Do you?
Even if you know your kid. Like, even if you're really
like, your kid, like, do you know, oh, my kid loves macaroni and cheese. Yeah,
but do you know what you want to know? Like, do you know what you assume your kid is? Like, do you see them through that lens that kind of colors your view of your kid?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, how much of it's what you think you know versus what you really know?
That's what I wonder.
Boy.
Like, some of the stuff I think about. Like,
for those of you with anxiety out there, just think about that one for a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
And have a great week.
Have a great week. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Come on, guys.
Come on with it.
Great week.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you, guys.